this animation style is really interesting, and I think it suits the story really well. I think it's a really great look at, uh, in my eyes, like coincidence, and with this whole aspect of meeting again, crossing paths, and um, you know how people come into our lives and how they leave, and the way that you do this, there's a mystical sense to it that's really enjoyable to watch, and I think it's really enhanced by this style of anime. Um, and it just came together to be a really, really great piece. Really great animation, really fun story, incredibly cohesive.
Thought this was really, really, really beautiful. I thought that it showed dealing with loss and grief of a loved one really, really well. That in a lot of aspects, to ease your own grief, I think, and to maybe not ease, but as a part of your own grief and a part of the whole process. And hopefully, I think that a lot of us would like to believe that there, is something after, and to, even potentially help, whoever that loved one is move on peacefully and, be okay to kind of step into that next place, that next journey, to have this idea of, for your own grief, for your own loss, but also for this person to help kind of ferry them, but break the tether, and that you no longer need to be holding onto that for dear life, that you can still have the memories and you can still have the emotion and you can still have the love and everything like that, but you don't need to hold on with two hands. You don't need to, um, continue to fight for it after it's passed. I thought that it was really, really beautiful how they kind of portrayed that.
Japanese folklore, actually. It is in their culture and in their folklore beliefs that when you pass, you have to essentially uh, walk or travel through the waters to the other side of the metaphorical bridge, so to speak. And so the thing is, however, certain entities and the ways that you go about passing, um, you can't go to the other side. I believe, if I remember the folklore correctly, babies and children aren't able to cross the other side. And we see here that we are following the story through the mother's daughter's eyes. She has gone missing. She can't come to terms with the loss of her mother. And this is all silent. So you're picking up all of these notions through the visuals themselves, which is really important aspect in filmmaking and storytelling. Getting to this moment in the story where um, both her mother's spirit is connected to the daughter through a metaphorical but literal leash itself. The daughter has to break this leash to essentially set her mother free, to let her go and let her pass on to the other side, despite the fact of having her want to stay and be by her side. She realizes that she needs to let her go in order to actually bring peace. And I think this animation was really well done. If you can pick up the story and dialogue with no dialogue at all, I think you've achieved a really great challenge.
The stylistic choices were my favorite part, as it feels more of a familiar stylistic choice, yet at the same time it feels pretty unique. The themes in which the short piece explores were really fun and exciting, as the choice of the blue string holding these two women together shows a sign of togetherness and holding on. From the looks of it, the spirit is the mother of the young girl, and for years the girl seeks to find the woman again, forgetting that she will always be around her because they are connected by a single blue string.
They have this beautiful animation technique to tell us a heartwarming story of coping with loss and heartbreak, grief and letting go so we can move on both dimensions. Lovely sound effects and great teachings for personal and emotional growth, and the idea behind that we can meet our loved ones that have unfortunately passed away when we also transcend to the next dimension. Again, it is just beautiful depiction of this theory and how most humans believe this is possible, and it was just a beautiful concept with the right thread and letting it go with breaking it. It was very beautiful.
I thought the animation style was used to great effect. The visuals were just so stunning, and just great use of color and light and contrast and variety of shots that made the whole thing feel really dynamic. Even though, I mean, if you really are scrutinizing, it's like very limited animation as far as, you know, frame by frame sort of animation, but that's kind of the beauty of it. So again, it's used this animation technique to really great effect here.
To me, it has a real anime feel. I love the simple yet emotional expressions on the faces of the characters. The bright green valleys by day and the gorgeous moon at night were stunning to see. I also love the magical sound design, notably the awesome wind chimes. The writing was subtle and beautiful. I really liked how the lead character was seemingly linked to the ghostly friend by a silvery thread. Well done, mesmerizing short.